Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going deep on something really cool. It's called the societal marketing concept.
Uh-huh.
So think about this. What if businesses didn't just chase profits, but they also tried to make the world better?
Yeah, that'd be something.
Right. It's like, can companies actually make money and do good at the same time?
It's a big question. A lot of folks are thinking about this now. Our source material for this deep dive is actually a blog post.
Okay.
It's called Straight Up Societal Marketing Concept. Gets right to the point.
Love that. No beating around the bush.
And it's full of examples that'll really get you thinking differently about how companies can work.
So we're not going to spend all day talking about Tom S shoes and giving a pair away for every pair bought.
Now, we're going way deeper than that. This isn't just about one-for-one deals.
Right.
We're going to look at the big picture here, like how companies are actually making social and environmental impact a core part of their business.
Okay, so big picture stuff. What exactly III is this societal marketing concept then? I'm still kind of fuzzy on it.
Well, think of it this way. It's all about understanding that customer needs, company profits, and how well society's doing are all connected.
They're all linked together somehow.
Exactly. It's like a Venn diagram,
Hmm.
Three circles, and where they all overlap, that's the sweet spot.
That's where businesses can do well and do good at the same time.
You got it.
So some people call this the triple bottom line, right?
Yep, that's one way to put it.
But it's got to be more than just a buzzword, right? Like, how do companies actually measure this? Are there specific metrics?
Oh, for sure. This isn't just about warm fuzzies anymore. Companies are using real metrics, hard numbers.
Like what?
Think carbon emissions reduction, percentages of ethical sourcing, even how many community projects they're supporting. It's about accountability.
So they can actually track their progress.
Exactly.
This is way more than just marketing fluff then. The blog post contrasts this concept with those older ways of doing business, like focusing on production efficiency or just pushing products onto people.
Right.
What makes this societal approach so different? Why is it such a game changer?
Those older models, they kind of worked in a bubble, just focused on the short-term gains without thinking about the long-term impact on society or the environment.
They weren't thinking about the consequences.
Exactly. This societal marketing concept, it recognizes that businesses, they have a responsibility beyond just raking in the dough.
It's not just about selling something. It's about selling something that's actually good for the world.
Yeah, it's like saying, hey, what we do affects everyone, so let's do it right.
I like that. So let's break this concept down a bit. You mentioned three pillars. What was that first one again?
Customer needs.
Okay, customer needs.
Yeah, and it's not about ignoring what customers want. It's about figuring out their needs and meeting them while thinking about their well-being in the long run.
Like those fast food places that are starting to offer healthier choices.
Exactly. They're still selling burgers and fries, appealing to what people crave, but they're also getting that people want healthier options.
Smart move. What's that second pillar?
Company profitability. And this is important. We're not talking about turning businesses into charities. Profit keeps the lights on. It's essential.
Right. Gotta pay the bills.
But it has to be earned responsibly and ethically, the right way.
Okay, I see where the challenge comes in. How do you balance doing good with staying competitive?
Mm.
The market kind of rewards cutting corners, right?
That's the tightrope walk, for sure. Companies have to innovate, create value for the customer and for society, and still make sure they can keep the doors open.
That's a tall order.
It is. It's a whole different way of thinking about business.
Does it actually work, though? I mean, can you really make a profit while prioritizing social and environmental responsibility?
The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, a lot of companies are finding that doing good is actually good for their bottom line.
No kidding. I'm intrigued. The blog post mentioned some examples. Can you tell me more?
Let's start with Thomas S. Shoes. Everyone knows their whole one-for-one thing, but they've gone way beyond just donating shoes. They're investing in communities, creating jobs, supporting sustainable manufacturing.
They're not just throwing shoes at a problem, they're thinking long term.
You got it. And then you've got The Body Shop. They were like the OGs of cruelty-free beauty and ethical sourcing. They built their whole brand around those values.
Yeah, I remember as a teenager, I was really drawn to their commitment to the environment. Felt like they stood for something.
That's what happens when your values are baked right into your products. And speaking of strong values, there's Patagonia. They're known for their super high-quality outdoor gear and their die-hard commitment to sustainability.
They actually tell people to repair their stuff instead of buying new ones. It's like they're willing to make less money to help the planet.
That's a bold move,
Yeah.
but it's earned them a loyal following of people who share their values.
Those are some great examples. But what about the big companies, the mega corporations? Can they even do this societal marketing thing?
Oh, absolutely. Look at Unilever. They've got this sustainable living plan with some seriously ambitious goals. They want to shrink their environmental footprint, improve health and well-being for millions, and boost livelihoods across their whole supply chain.
Wow, that's huge. So it's not just for small companies then. Even the giants can make a difference.
Exactly. And then there's Tesla. They're not just selling electric cars, they're leading the charge towards sustainable energy.
Yeah.
Their whole mission is about speeding up the transition to clean energy.
And making it look cool at the same time.
Right? It's like they're disrupting the car industry while trying to save the planet. It's pretty amazing.
They're showing everyone that profit and purpose, they can go hand in hand.
And that's a powerful message.
I'm really starting to see how this societal marketing concept is playing out in the real world.
Hmm.
I'm curious about the challenges, though.
Uh-huh.
It can't all be easy, right? There must be some roadblocks along the way.
Oh, for sure. There are definitely challenges. The blog post mentions a few.
Like what are some of the hurdles companies face when they try to put this concept into practice?
Well, one of the biggest is cost. Like sourcing sustainable materials, making sure labor practices are fair, and going green. Those things usually cost more upfront.
So it's more expensive to do things the right way.
Sometimes, yeah. But there's also the argument that those investments pay off over time.
How so?
Well, sustainable practices, they can cut down on waste, boost efficiency, and even attract new customers who are willing to spend a bit more for products that are ethically made.
Makes sense. But convincing businesses to play the long game when everyone's focused on the next quarter's earnings, that's got to be tough.
You're telling me it's a constant challenge.
What other obstacles do companies run into?
Another big one is balancing profit with responsibility. It's a real balancing act. Companies got to make money to survive, but they also got to stay true to their social and environmental commitments.
It's a tough line to walk. Too much focus on profit, you risk selling out. Too much focus on responsibility, and you might not make enough to stay afloat. How do they find that balance?
It takes a lot of planning, open communication, and being willing to make some hard choices. Sometimes it means taking a hit in the short term to ensure sustainability in the long term.
So making choices that reflect your values, even when it's hard. But this isn't just on the companies, right? Consumers play a huge role too.
Absolutely. Consumer awareness and demand, that's what drives change. The blog post talks about consumer education, how important it is.
Yeah, but what does that really mean?
It means looking beyond the slogans and marketing campaigns. Consumers need to dig deeper, find out what's really going on behind the scenes.
So how do we become better shoppers, more informed about what we're buying?
Ask questions. Don't be shy about it. Look past the fancy labels and really investigate a company's practices.
Okay, but what kinds of questions?
What are their environmental policies? How do they treat their workers? What causes do they support?
So basically do your homework. Check company websites, read reviews, maybe even call their customer service line.
Exactly. And don't forget about third-party certifications. Look for things like Fair Trade or B Corp. Those can help you spot companies that meet certain standards.
It's like being a detective for good. You got to look for clues to see if a company is actually living up to its promises.
That's a great way to put it. But it goes beyond just research. You got to take action too.
What do you mean?
Once you've found companies that match your values, support them. Buy their products, tell your friends, leave positive reviews, engage with them on social media.
So use our spending power to show them we care.
Exactly. And let's be loud about it. Amplify the voices of the companies doing good work.
I like that. Consumers, we have a voice, and we can use it to demand better practices.
That's right. The more we demand ethical and sustainable practices, the more businesses will listen. It's a team effort.
It's like we're all part of this big conversation. Businesses influence consumers, and consumers influence businesses.
And that's how we create real change. Working together, we can shift the market towards a more sustainable and just future.
It's kind of inspiring when you think about it. What if this whole societal marketing concept just became the norm? Like, what if every company did this? What would the world be like then?
Now, that is a fascinating question. Just imagine a world where every company cared about their workers, their communities, the environment, just as much as they cared about their profits.
It'd be a pretty amazing world, wouldn't it? Businesses working with nature, treating people fairly, making products that actually make a difference.
It wouldn't just be good for business, it'd be good for humanity. A more sustainable, equitable, and just world.
And it all starts with us. understanding the power we have as consumers, making choices that support the kind of world we want to live in.
It's not a dream, it's a real possibility. This societal marketing concept, it's like a blueprint for businesses to operate in a way that benefits everybody. And consumers are getting smarter, more careful about where they spend their money.
It really feels like things are changing, like we're at a turning point.
I think so too. This societal marketing concept, it's not just some fad, it's a real shift in how we see the role of business in the world.
Yeah, it's like that old saying, doing well by doing good. It's actually becoming a strategy now, not just a nice-sounding phrase.
And what's really interesting is how this connects to all the other big issues we're dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
Climate change, inequality, ethical consumption, it's all tied together.
Like we're putting a giant puzzle together, and this concept is a key piece.
Exactly. And it's empowering for everyone. Companies can find creative ways to profit and make a difference, and consumers can put their money where their values are.
Yeah, we can redefine success. It's not just about money anymore. It's about the well-being of people and the planet.
Here's a challenge for you next time you're about to buy something. Take a minute and think about the company behind it.
Yeah.
Do your research, ask questions, see if they're walking the talk.
Vote with your wallet. Support the companies that are doing the right thing. Let's create a market where doing good is the standard, not the exception.
Imagine what could happen if everyone thought that way.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes. I'm going to look at companies and my own buying choices in a whole new way.
It's a reminder that we're not just shoppers. We have the power to shape things.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time, keep diving deep. Keep asking those questions.
And remember, every choice you make, every purchase has an impact. Let's make good ones.
See you next time.